Hello, welcome to my first makeup tutorial. I often get asked how I do my makeup, so I thought that maybe I should show you guys how to do it. I'm feeling very vulnerable right now. I'm not wearing any makeup and this light is really bright, so you can literally see everything. Plus, I'm staring directly at myself while this is filming, so it's kind of good though because I can use it as a mirror. Anyway, so let's get started. I'm going to do a really simple basic makeup today just to show people that you don't need all of those fancy brushes and fancy products and stuff. You can use the bare essentials and still get the same, well, more or less the same desired result, and especially if you're just going out for a casual dinner, which I'm doing tonight. So I'm going to show you how to prep your skin to make your makeup last and look its best as well. You can see that my skin at the moment isn't like as good as I would like it to be. So I'm going to show you how to cover all that up as well. I haven't even done my eyebrows. So firstly, I've just had a shower, so my skin is really clean. If you don't have time to have a shower and you want to start fresh, don't put your makeup over the top of makeup. It doesn't look good and it makes your skin it irritates your skin a little bit. So what I recommend doing is just carrying some face wipes around with you. I keep one in my makeup bag all the time, and just giving your face a quick wipe over with the makeup removing wipes, just like a little cleanser. My skin's also really dry at the moment as well, so I'm probably going to put on a serum. But first I'm going to start with a toner. I find it best for my skin. I use really natural products without alcohol in it and without drying agents because I already have dry skin anyway. Be really delicate with your skin. And don't push too hard. Okay, next I'm going to use a primer. Always use a primer. Oh my gosh, seriously, life before primer. What did we do? So I'm using just a Napoleon today because that's what I've got with me. Usually I don't use Napoleon primers. I don't really find it's that amazing. I've used better ones, much cheaper, that I've just bought at like the local chemist or pharmacy. So I'm just going to put this on everywhere. You can notice I'm just using my fingers today. I'm not going to bother with all the brushes and stuff. Just make sure that your hands are clean. Okay, now that we've prepped our skin, got our hair back so we can make sure that we're getting all in there, I'm going to start with a foundation. Now, I do have a bit of a spray tan left on my arms. I don't know if you can really see the difference in skin color, but my body is a little bit darker than my face, so I'm actually going to blend my foundation with a little bit of a darker one. At the moment I'm using a Revlon Color Stay. I used to be using a Napoleon China doll. It costs like $70 and you literally, this is the tube, it's mini. I used to be really into using designer labels for makeup because I was like, it's your skin, you want to use quality products, but actually I find that a Revlon one is actually better, surprisingly. So I've just put a dollop of this onto my hand. I might actually see how I go with this one. Yeah, it's going to be a little bit light, so you can see how light that is there. So I've got this little foundation palette that I use when I do other people's makeup. It's really good. It's by Graftobian, sorry, and it's One Palette number 1, and you can see it's got all the different colors there, so from light to dark. So I'm just going to get this dark one here, take a little bit of that and just mix it into my foundation left on my hand. So I'm just going to take a little brush. Use the back end of the brush like that. Put it on your hand and just mix it in. That's actually a perfect color for my skin. My natural colored skin. Not my fake tan skin. So we're going to try and cover up all this redness that I've got on my face. Look at this foundation, seriously. The color difference is amazing. I've never really looked at myself properly with a good light while I've been putting this foundation on, but you can see already how I've just put the most minuscule amount on and it's covered all of that redness that was on my face and evened out my skin tone. Really lovely. I don't know what the word is. Anyway. Okay, so there you have it. That's my foundation base on. Now I'm going to get my concealer palette. Actually, I'm going to use this one. It's almost all gone, but this is the Napoleon Pro Concealer. It comes in all these different colors, so you can kind of mix it up to make a perfect color for your skin. So I'm going to mix it with this one and this one. That's my boyfriend coughing in the background, if you can hear him. Sometimes I like to use a little bit of the darker foundation just to line the outside of your nose, and it makes it just look a little bit straighter. Because I look like I've got a broken nose sometimes. And then just take a lighter foundation under your eyes, like this. So it's good having a concealer palette that has all the different tones in it, because your skin tone is rarely one colour all over your face. So it's nice having the options to be able to kind of create a natural looking skin tone with your concealer. Darker foundation from this palette again, and just rub it in to the darker areas. Make sure that you're rubbing it all into your hairline and your ears and everything, otherwise you get that foundation line. And you want to make up that looks really nice and natural. Okay, final stuff. Finish it off with a light powder. I like to use a translucent powder, but just a light. I'll make sure it's lighter than your foundation, otherwise your foundation colour will get lost, or as close to your foundation colour as possible. This just sets it up. Set your makeup in place, makes it not so shiny, make sure it doesn't run off your face. Next I'm going to take a bronzer. I've just got another little cheap bronzer that I use. So I take a little contouring brush that just looks like this one. If you don't have one of these, you can use a normal blush brush and just squeeze the edges in so you make it a little bit like that. But if you have one of these, perfect, you just use one of those so it's got kind of like an angle on it. Get your bronzer and just down the edges of your cheekbones. I'm not going for a real heavy look for makeup tonight, so I just want to put a little bit on. Also awesome if you have a spray tan, because you can blend it in with your face. Bring it down your neck a little bit. Onto your hairline. Sides of your nose. Just to do that fake nose job kind of look. Next I just take a really nice light blush, so I'm just going to use this pink one on the top here for tonight, just to give you that little bit of warmth. It is winter as well, so you want a little bit of rosy cheeks. So just on the apple there and on the top, maybe a little bit up here. Your face done. Next I like to do my eyebrows. I do my eyebrows before I do my eye makeup, just so you know what shape your eye's going to have. You just fill them in the shape that you want without going too far out the lines of your natural eyebrow hairs, otherwise you'll make them look quite unnatural and a little bit too costumey, pop sensation, Lady Gaga style. Don't stress if they're not even, like, completely symmetrical, because eyebrows aren't naturally perfectly symmetrical, but try and get them as close. Because I'm just going to put on some really light eyeshadows. Now I'm using this MAC palette that I just bought online. It comes with all these different colours in it, but I really like it because it's got all these different browns, which are really good for shaping your eye. So first step, I'm going to do my, I don't know, some people like to do lights and then go to darks, but I like to do it the other way around. So I like to start with my darkest. So I'm using this really dark brown down here. I'm actually just going to put that in the creases of my eye. I have to do this with a mirror again because I can't see what I'm doing. So it looks like that, a bit crazy. And then I take this little corner brush, is it focusing like that? And I just blend that all along the creases. can make this darker or lighter depending on how dramatic you want it. I like to bring my eyes up, so I do a little flick at the end there. And I just take a normal blending brush like that one and get a little bit of a more natural brown. I'm using a brownie gold orangey colour today, and then I'm just blending that all over. Not quite up to the brow, but make sure you don't put too much pressing powder on your eyes as well. I find that if you leave it with just the foundation on, your eyeshadow will actually stay better because it's sticky. It's a handy little hint for you. And then I just take a mixture of the light and the dark one, and I just take it under my eyes like this. And I'm just using a little square brush like that. If you don't have one of those, don't worry, just use any skinny brush you have, or use that trick that I taught you before, where you press the edges of your normal brush in. But one of these is good because I use this for my eyebrows too. I'm using a pencil, sorry, a powder. Otherwise, yeah, just get one of these. I know it can be a bit tricky, but you can squeeze it in like that and just dab it onto your eyes there. So that's as dark as I'm going to go today. Then I'm going to just add a tiny bit of liner just to the corners. It's a little bit messy, but I'm just going to grab my finger and run it along the bottom just to blend it. And same for the top, just really, really lightly, otherwise you'll smudge it too much. So that's done. Now I like to use a little bit of shimmer, bring out that little pop. So this one's really beautiful. Sorry, the light's really bright, but that's just a Napoleon. It's called Starlight, and it's a loose eye dust. This is like $35 for this little thing, and you can buy shimmer dust basically anywhere. I don't really think it matters. I even have an eye palette that I bought for $5 that is just literally shimmer eyeshadows. So don't feel like you have to go and buy this one, but I personally really like this one. It's got that really nice pigment, and it's really, really fine for your eyes. And I just dab it right there in the middle. So you can see that just adds a little bit more depth. And you don't need very much of it too, which is nice. And then just put heaps of mascara on. Again, not using any special brand. This is just a cheap one. Bottom. Be really careful not to poke yourself in the eye like I just did. Give it a bit of a rush. Okay. Let's bring it out to the sides like that. And if you kind of do this like zigzaggy motion, it'll stop your eyelashes from clumping as much. So you like zigzag it up. That's why they've now invented those vibrating mascara brushes, which if you're into that kind of thing. Now I'm just going to use a little illuminator. This is a Clinique Colour Rub, all over luster. I'll just take a little bit and dab it on those naturally shiny areas, and put a little bit here. It's looking really, really bright now because I'm facing straight into the light, but it's not that dramatic in real life. See if you can kind of see. I'm going to take a little step back there. So it just adds a little bit more texture. Actually, I've messed it up a little bit, so I'm going to just blend it. And again. Okay, eyebrows are good. Lips. What colour? I might just do a really nice, easy gloss for this evening because I'm wearing pink earrings that you saw before. And I just use a really nice pink gloss. But first I'm going to put on a lip liner. because I've got foundation all over my lips. So you get a little lip liner. This is just a really natural colour. This is Australis. And just go around the edges of your lips. And because I'm just using a lip gloss, don't make it too obvious. With a really dark colour, you just want a natural lip colour, just to bring out the shape of your lips. So there you have it. This is my really basic makeup that I do basically for everything, and I can master this in about 5 minutes, this entire face. So I do this for work and between jobs when I need a quick touch up. Really, really easy, really simple. So I hope that you've learned something from this. I'm just going to take my hair out now. I'm not going to do anything fancy with it. It's a bit messy. Oh well. Put my earrings back in. They're really cute. And I'm off to go. Okay, see you later. Bye.